time for Singing Down South with Jonathan Wilburn. Great Southern gospel music and refreshment for your soul. Singing Down South. Here's your host, Jonathan Wilburn.
Hey everybody, I'm Jonathan Wilburn, and you've tuned in to Singing Down South. You can tune in every week, Thursdays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m., Sundays at 9 a.m., and Mondays at noon. We have a great show lined up for you today for a special reason. It's going to be a Father's Day program. It's going to be a great time to celebrate the wonderful fathers that have invested in our lives. Singing Down South is the best in Southern gospel music. And we want to start with a wonderful artist by the name of Brian Free. And he's singing a special song about dads and about how that I looked up to my dad. And it just simply says, I want to be that man.
Was awake before the sun, with his Bible opened up, seeking truth with every single page he turned. Anyone could see my daddy lived what he believed, with a gentle heart, a passion for Jesus burned. I know we had our times we disagreed, but the longer I live, it's clear to me I wanna be that man who loves the Lord with all his heart, just like the word commands, who takes about what you can gain. But I wanna live a life that's marked by sacrifice, like the Savior who died to show us all the way. So I'll take up my cross and trace the steps. Surrendering is how I'll serve him best.
was working in town one afternoon, attending some business affairs. I heard a commotion a couple streets over, wondered what's happening there. A young man was running from in that direction and stopped just to catch his breath. I asked him to please tell me what was the hurry. He smiled up at me and he said that I was trying to catch the crippled man. Did he run past this way? He was rushing home to tell everyone what Jesus did today. And the mute man was telling myself and the deaf girl he's leaving to answer God's call. It's hard to believe, but if you don't trust me, ask the blind man, he saw it all. Ask the blind man, he saw it all. Buddha can't claim that, Muhammad can't, only the Lord Jesus Christ. So my friend, if the struggles and burdens you carry are heavy and dragging you down, you've tried everything you can possibly think of, there's no relief to be found. That very same Jesus that altered the future of the blind man, the deaf and the lame, is still reaching out in your hour of trouble. Untouching, you're never the same. You'll be trying to catch the crippled man. Did he run past this way? He was rushing home to tell everyone what Jesus did today. And the mute man was telling myself and the deaf girl he's leaving to answer God's call. Oh, it's hard to believe, but if you don't trust me, ask the blind man, he saw it all. Ask the blind man, he saw it all. He saw it all.
That's the Booth Brothers. The blind man saw it all. What a wonderfully written song. Happy Father's Day on this special edition of Singing Down South. We want to invite you, if you want to give your father a great gift, how about June the 28th, you buy him tickets for our Gadsden Gold Homecoming in Gadsden, Alabama. We're going to have a great time. It all starts at 7 p.m. The doors open at 6 at the church at Wills Creek. Did you hear me? The church at Wills Creek in Gadsden, Alabama. You say, how much are tickets? They're $15 in advance, $20 at the door. It means you save $5. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's $5. Let me get my toes out. But it's going to be a great time. 15 in advance, 20 at the door. That's general admission. And then the reserve seating is only $25. And for groups of 10 or more, it's only $22. So call 256-459-4769, or you can log on to jonathanwilburn.com. Did you hear me? Write it down. Get your pen out. If you want to be at Alabama's premier Southern Gospel singing this year, the Gadsden Gold Homecoming, call 256-459-4769 or log on to jonathanwilburn.com. The singing just keeps getting better here on Singing Down South. Next we have Greater Vision with their hit song, and only as Chris Allman can sing it, I Know a Man Who Can.
Who can of hand. I know a man who can. Well, I can't walk upon the water, and I can't calm a raging sea, but He's my dearest friend. Well, if you think that no one loves you and your life, it's out of hand. I know a man who can. Yes, I know a man.
I don't have that much to give, or so it seems. Just a farm kid from the country's all I thought I'd ever be. But he saved me and he spoke to me to share the gospel truth. And I wonder why he chose me. There's so little I can do. There's so many stories throughout the Bible that I read. His purpose is fulfilled by the simplest of things. If he can use some rugged wood and those 3 old rusty nails, if he can use the fallen walls inside a pagan Roman jail, if he can use a storm-tossed fishing boat on the Sea of Galilee, he can use a simple searching, wounded, hurting, broken man like me. When I was lost, I sold my oats, reaped more than a few. But since God reached out to me, I've learned a thing or two. It's not the tools he uses, it's the power in his touch. I remind myself when I start thinking I'm not all that much. If he can use some rugged wood and those 3 he can use the fallen walls inside a pagan Roman jail, if he can use a storm-tossed fishing boat on the Sea of Galilee, he can use a simple searching, wounded, hurting, broken man like me. Oh, I'm not the greatest man, but I don't have to be. If he can use some rugged wood and those 3 old rusty nails, if he can use the fallen walls inside a pagan Roman jail, if he can use a storm-tossed fishing boat on the Sea of Galilee, he can use a simple searching, wounded, hurting, broken man like me. Oh Lord, a broken man like me. Oh yes, he can, an old country boy like me.
That's from Wilburn and Wilburn, A Man Like Me. You know, I'm just a simple country boy from the hills of Middle Tennessee and now from the hills of Northeast Alabama. And I never thought that God would allow me to see and do the things that I've done through Southern gospel music and even through this TV program, Singing Down South. And it's an honor for me to wear out a little shoe leather for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's the least I can do. That's the least I can do, is to give Him my talents and my services to Jesus Christ. Here on Singing Down South, we always have some special moments. And I got to talking to our producers and different ones, and I said, you know what, I think Christians should laugh. I think we should be more joyful than anybody else in the world. And this song, A Man Like Me, got me to thinking about my childhood. I remember hauling hay and cutting tobacco and going catfish fishing down the old pond. And you know, I was just raised an old country boy. And my dad, we used to sit around and listen to the old record player and the radio at night. And he loved a man by the name of Jerry Clower. And I'm sure a lot of you older folks can remember that, but some of you younger folks may have to Google it. But Jerry Clower, you remember he was the one, you know, and just an incredibly funny man. I remember when I was with Gold City, we had the opportunity before Jerry Clower's death to work with him. And there was a lot of great stories, and we may even have some more on the show as time goes on. But one of my favorite stories is it talks about the record executive that came to go bird hunting with Jerry, and it was quite an adventure when they went to Jerry's uncle's house. So here's Jerry Clower and the story about the old mule Della.
My second album, I got a call from Universal City, said, Jerry, I understand you have some good bird hunting in Mississippi. I said, what kind of bird hunting? He said, quail. I said, some of the finest in the world. You want to go? I would love to go. I got my schedule out. I said, you meet me in Jackson, Mississippi Friday. And I give him several dates where this man could meet me in Jackson, Mississippi and go quail hunting with me. Well, I'm standing there waiting on him the morning he's supposed to come. And he gets off the airplane looking like little Lord Fauntleroy. He's got 7 aides with him. I said, hey, man, you can send them aides back to California. We can pick up our own birds. So we got in my pickup truck and drove to Route 4 Liberty, Mississippi to Uncle Versi Ledbetter's house. I told my Hollywood friend, wait in the truck. I went in to see Uncle Versi to tell him we gonna hunt on his place, and I was gonna use one of his bird dogs. Uncle Versi, how you feeling? He said, Jerry, I'm in low cotton. Said, my old mule Della. Said, I made about 20 good crops with her. She's sick. Veterinarian is out here this morning, says she's suffering. Jerry, I don't want her to suffer. I wouldn't let the veterinarian put her out of her misery this morning. But I want you to shoot her for me. While you up there bird hunting now, over there on that section of land, you're going to see old Della and you just shoot her. Put her out of her misery. I don't want her suffering. I said, Uncle Percy, I don't want to shoot that mule. They shoot them race horses at Louisville. When they break a leg, humane. I said, all right. So I'm starting back to the truck, and I got to thinking, I'm going to have me some fun out of this Hollywood dude. I jumped up in the cab of that truck and I started beating the dash. I said, that old man said I couldn't hunt on his place. Good as I've been to him, I've been knowing him all my life. Fought a war with his young'uns. He said, you get that Hollywood dude with that goatee off of my place. Oh, and I scratched off, throwed rocks all up on the side of the barn. And I get near back to the main road and there's old Della, that blind mule eating grass. I slam on brakes. I said, that old man be ugly to me. I'll just kill his mule. And I jumped out of that truck and I said, boom, boom, and down old Della went graveyard dead. About that time I heard 3 shots up at the truck, boom, boom, boom. I said, fella, what in the world are you doing? He said, Jerry, that old man upset you so bad I killed 3 of his cows.
Get ready to set sail on the Music City Show Cruise, February 23rd to the 29th, 2020. Sailing to some breathtaking ports of call: Half Moon Cay, Bahamas, Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, and Grand Turk Island. Cabins on this trip of a lifetime start at just $698. 6 days at sea with your favorite Christian music artists: the Nealons, Jeff and Sherry Easter, the Irwins, the Music City Quartet, Jim and Melissa Brady, Michael English, the Jordan Family Band, Tim Lovelace, Wilburn and Wilburn, The Sound, Jeff Stice, Jim Sheldon, the Positive Cowboy, and more. You'll enjoy Bible studies, daily concerts, songwriting sessions, and a piano-only sing-along, luxurious staterooms, an Opry night, and special VIP events. Don't miss out. The Music City Show Cruise, February 23rd to the 29th, 2020. Call and reserve your cabin today. 1-855-346-7735. Visit themusiccityshow.com and sail away with us on the Music City Show Cruise.
Get on board the Music City Show Cruise today. Call them. Tell them that Jonathan Wilburn from Singing Down South sent you. We always have some special guests on the show. And today we have a very special guest and my friend, Mr. Jay Perrick. Jay?
Hey, Jonathan.
Man, thanks for joining me.
Man, thanks for letting me come on the show. It's an honor to be here.
Oh,
I've heard a lot about it. A lot of people around the area have viewed it.
Yeah.
And they're talking about it. And so, yeah, I'm thrilled and honored to be on this particular episode.
Well, it's going to be great. We're going to have you on 2. We're going to have you on this one, and we're going to have you on another one.
Woo-hoo.
You are a popular guy. Yeah. There's no telling what kind of money you'll start making.
Oh, hey.
I mean,
hundreds.
Autographs, stars and stuff. It'll be amazing.
Facebook friend.
Hey, how is everything at Hillcrest, man? I know you're the minister of music, got a big choir up there.
Yes.
Got it going on.
Hillcrest is jumping all the time. We're preparing for something very special, actually. We've got a big event that's coming up June the 30th, right before July the 4th weekend. We have an annual car show event and fireworks celebration right there on the grounds on our campus. and that's right after the morning service. You go get lunch, and then you come back to the grounds about 1 or 2 o'clock, and it's an all-day event. It's incredible. Last year we had close to 200 cars there.
Man.
It's incredible the things that's going. We got VBS that's coming up there, and that's going to start in 2 weeks. Man, they keep us busy out there. But yes, my choir can sing the roof off, and I got an orchestra. If they don't get the roof high enough, the orchestra will back the back wall up 3 feet.
Take it on
yes,
up.
sir.
Take it on up.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, it's so great to have you on here, and you know, Hillcrest is a great church, but you and I met way before your days at Hillcrest.
Yes.
And back in '96 is when I became the lead singer with Gold City. And I remember the first time that me and you and Mark and Tim Riley, we stood there in the office and sang "I'm Not Giving Up."
Yes, yes.
And I remember Tim hitting that G.
Yeah.
And I just forgot what I was doing.
Yeah.
I just quit singing. I mean, you know, a lot of times
You're not the first time.
bass voices are like real low, and they're like, you can't understand it, but man, he just went, "Give it up."
Yeah.
And it just blew
Like
my
it was
head.
nothing.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then I kind of got back on the track, and then all of a sudden you went, "Well," and man, I was like, golly, I got on my horse and went on down to town, and it just fit. It just happened.
Yeah, it was an automatic lock, and I think that surprised all of us, because a lot of times when you change singers, if you've been in an established group and you've got an established front lineup, which we had for a couple of years, but so when you came along and you're a completely different singer than anybody that we'd ever had, I think we all kind of stood around and went, you know, that was a whole lot better than we ever thought about it being, considering we'd never sung anything together before. So, and it went far beyond the singing. You know, I remember in '95.
Yes.
'95, you were with your family, and I was with Gold City already. And we were singing together somewhere. Was it Charleston?
Charleston, West Virginia. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve singing, and I remember the playoffs, the NFL playoffs were coming on, and they were getting on pretty hot and heavy. And I remember you were a big-time Steeler fan, and I'm a lifelong Cowboy fan. And I remember me and you got behind the curtain, and somebody was out there singing. We were supposed to have been paying attention, and we got talking about football, and we pretty much declared right then and there, if everybody don't watch out, Dallas and Pittsburgh's going to end up in the Super Bowl, and I'll be John Brown. They ended up in the Super Bowl that year.
Did.
And of course, Dallas won. No, but it was so we began. We ended up creating a friendship even there, long before we even started singing together.
Right.
And so, I think God ordained those small things that people say, well, that's kind of not very important, but I think it was big.
Well, me and you have talked about it before, and I think one of the main reasons we hit it off so good is we were raised by dads that had a lot of the same interest and instilled a lot of the same
same father, different body.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, your dad loved golf, my dad loved golf, your dad loved sports, my dad fish, hunt, all those things, and plus your dad and my dad, you know, if you take my car out and it's got a full tank, bring it back with a full tank.
Yeah.
If you carry it up, fix it. You know.
If you get in trouble, I'm gonna tear your tail up.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you get a whipping at school, you get one when you get home.
To this day.
But you know, we've talked about that many times, and this being the Father's Day segment of our program, I want to expound on your dad.
Yeah.
We've expounded on my dad through several programs.
Great guy.
Yeah, they're putting him in the Hall of Fame and all that kind of stuff.
I'm so happy to hear that.
But I want to talk about Johnny the Man.
The man.
Johnny Glory Road Parent.
Man, Dad is 72 years old, and to this day I can call Dad and say, hey, let's go sing. And if we go sing somewhere, I promise you Dad is going to blow the top off the building.
Yeah.
Still.
It's crazy.
He's a freak show. And Dad is very healthy. He's got his health. He just took a new pastorate position down in Camden, Arkansas. He's fixing to become the pastor of Elliott Baptist Church down there. So he preaches, he still sings. The man is
Johnny Parrott.
Phenomenal.
He can sing bass.
Yeah, he's a freak.
And you know, your son LJ is going into his senior year this year.
Yes.
And I remember when LJ was born, your dad filled in.
Yeah.
For Gold City. and we sang at Inspiration Park. And it was Johnny Parrick, Jonathan Wilburn, Mark Trammell, and Tim Riley.
Yes.
And you made it. Now LJ, he plays ball here for Jacksonville, doesn't he?
Jacksonville High School. He's on the team out there. He's one of the receivers out there, and he's on special teams. So yeah, he's big man. Oh yeah. Not to mention senioritis.
Oh yeah. We all had that at one time.
Yes. But we won't mention how long ago that's been.
Right. So you've practically raised your children here in this area.
Yes.
And now we're coming home June the 28th
in Gadsden
for the Gadsden Gold Homecoming.
Yes.
It'll be Wilburn and Wilburn.
Yes.
You, Gordon Moat, Exodus, and Gold City.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be a great night at the church at Wills Creek. Let me ask you this, Jay. When you think about homecoming, you think about your dad, you think about gospel music, what does that all mean to you?
Gospel music for me is kind of a common ground for me. When I was born, Dad took the job with the Kingsman Quartet out of Asheville and sang with them for about 6.5 years. And so I was raised
had some mega hits.
Yeah, Big and Live was cut right there in Gadsden. So Glory Road was recorded for the first time right there, and Dad recorded
it. Mr. Glory Road.
Yeah, and Look for Me at Jesus' Feet. Not everybody remembers that far back, but Dad was the first one to cut Look for Me at Jesus' Feet.
Wow.
It was on that album. A lot of big songs were on that record, and it was a monster recording for them and for the industry. But I was raised in all that kind of stuff. And so to go back to Gadsden and think about gospel music, here's what I come to. When you talk about homecoming, I told you Dad's 72, and I can call Dad and ask him, hey, Dad, put the ending on this song or whatever, and he can do it.
He can do it.
But also, I have a good relationship with my father, and I can call him anytime, day or night. And I said, Dad, I got a problem. I want to talk to you about something. And Dad will listen to me. He will counsel me. He'll pray for me. And I got to thinking, looking on the brochure on the Gadsden Gold Homecoming, it's all gospel music. It's common ground for me. And the majority of those people that are on that sheet, I believe I could call them and I could say, you know what, I got a problem. I want you to listen to me. And I need some help, and I need your prayer. I need your guidance. I could just about call the majority of people on that paper that'll be there that night. I could call, and those people would pray for me. They would listen to me. They would counsel me just like my own father would. And so it all correlates into one thing, and that's just, it all centers around gospel music, which in itself centers around Jesus Christ.
Well, we're both blessed to have had great fathers. Mine's gone on to heaven, and yours is still here. It changes your life when you lose your father.
I'm sure.
And I love the Parricks. I love Johnny Parrick, love Jay Parrick. And so Jay, since you're here, and we've got you kind of locked in the studio.
Yes.
How about being a part of our front porch singing segment?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'd love for you to just step over to the microphone.
I'd love to.
And choose a few songs that would bless the people and give them a little taste of what they're going to see in Gadsden, Alabama on June the 28th at the church at Wills Creek. Come and be with us. You don't want to miss Gordon Moat, Gold City, Exodus, Wilburn and Wilburn, and this man you're about to hear on Front Porch singing, my friend, Jay Parrick.
yes, I am one of His very own. All things were changed when He found me. Master
right. That's good singing, brother.
Thank you.
Man,
I appreciate it.
I want to tell you, now that had kind of the Lawrence Welk feel to it.
Absolutely.
And who are those sisters that sang with him?
Oh, that sounded like the Lennon sisters.
The Lennon.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were shooting
You sounded
for.
just like a Lennon sister.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. I don't look quite as good as those guys.
Well, no, you don't. But Jay Parrott, folks, I want to tell you right now, there's not a better tenor voice that's ever stepped on a stage. And I appreciate you being on this segment of Front Porch Singing.
This is fun, man. I come back here every week.
Out on the front porch. Yeah. Hey, there is a song that a lady used to sing. You remember you and I have done a lot of the Gaither videos.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lady by the name of Sue Dodge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sang with the Spears and sang a lot with the Gaithers. And there's a song I've heard you sing called I Never Shall Forget the Day.
Yes.
And I believe that our folks, our viewers, would love to hear Jay Parrott sing a Sue Dodge song.
Well, okay, we can do that. I can't do it as good as Sue, but we can definitely do
All right.
that.
Have we got that one ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's play it.
Off Wichita.
That's good singing here on Singing Down South.
That's fun.
Folks, I want to tell you right now, you continue to listen every Thursday at 7 p.m., Saturday at 4 p.m.,
yes.
Sundays at 9 a.m.,
yes.
Mondays at noon.
I'm there every time.
I'm your biggest fan. I know. And I tell you what, Jay, I love you, and I know the folks love you, and all the fans of Southern Gospel music love you. And thank you for being a part of Singing Down South.
My pleasure, Jonathan.
God
Thank
bless
you,
you,
brother.
buddy. Love you, man.
Gospel music's most spectacular event, the National Quartet Convention, returns to a premier vacation destination, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Headlining the main stage of the Lacan Center are the Hoppers, Greater Vision, the Jim Brady Trio, Mark Trammell Quartet, the Collingsworth Family, the Booth Brothers, Jason Crabb, and more. Plus, the largest Christian marketplace showcases the Singing Muse Fan Awards. Reserve your seats today. Visit nqconline.com.
blessed soul, let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the beneath that star so bright, that baby in a manger in that little Jewish town. One day will rule this universe, creation will bow down. Well, yeah. That little baby, he was born of a virgin. He was sent down to save us and to bear every burden. He was God in the flesh, so let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the king. That little baby, he was born of a virgin. He was sent down to save us and to bear every burden. He was God in the flesh, so let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the king. He was God in the flesh, so let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the king. That little baby is the king. Y'all like that song? That little baby, that little baby came to save the world from sin. That little baby, that little baby, he is the great I am. That little baby, he was born of a virgin. He was sent down to save us and to bear every burden. He was God in the flesh, so let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the king. He was God in the flesh, so let the hallelujahs ring. That little baby is the king. That little baby is the If you wonder about the smile I've got upon my face, I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. If you wonder why I love to sing Amazing Grace, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. Jesus died upon a cross and from the grave arose. I trusted him and now I know I'm saved by the blood of the Lamb. Definitely, positively sure I am. Ready should my Savior call me, I'm sitting on love. You can take it to the bank, you can write it down. Nothing's gonna change it now. I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready. Even though the devil tries to take the truth from me, I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. I can speak the name of Jesus and the devil flee. I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. When the Lord decides to take me from my earthly domain, I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. Oh, he said to live is Christ and to die is gain. I'm saved, I'm sure, I'm ready to go. There's a mansion being built for me in paradise. My name is in the book of life. I'm saved by the blood of the Lamb. Definitely, positively sure I am. Ready should my Savior call me, I'm sitting on love. You can take it to the bank, you can write it down. Nothing's gonna It's time ready.
I love our back-to-back segments, especially with great quartet singing with Gold City. Don't forget to tune us in Thursdays at 7, Saturdays at 4, Sundays at 9, and Mondays at noon. Next here on Singing Down South, to celebrate this Father's Day weekend, we have the Nealons singing When Grandpa Sang Amazing Grace.
My grandpa was a singer, it just came naturally. I'm glad he passed it down to me. And when I'd start to sing his favorite gospel song, oh how he always loved to sing along. And when Grandpa sang Amazing Grace, no better song was ever heard. And when he would lift his voice in praise, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, there was not a sweeter sound. There must have been a smile upon heaven's face when Grandpa sang Amazing Grace. Ooh. Just considered it a simple melody. Its meaning then I didn't see. But since the saving grace of God I've come to know, I understand just why he loved it so. And when Grandpa sang Amazing Grace, no better song was ever heard. And when he would lift his voice in praise, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, there was not a sweeter sound. There must have been a smile upon heaven's face when Grandpa sang Amazing Grace. God must have raised his hand to hush the angel band so he could hear. He could hear. When we've been there 10,000 years, how we love to sing out grace that taught his heart to fear. When Grandpa sang Amazing Grace, no better song was ever heard. And when he would lift his voice in praise, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Oh, there was not a sweeter sound. There must have been a smile upon heaven's face when Grandpa sang Amazing Grace. Ooh.
Thank you for joining us again here on Singing Down South. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers. Make sure you join us every week. Make sure you tell a friend, a neighbor, about Singing Down South, coming on every Thursday at 7 p.m., every Saturday at 4 p.m., Sundays at 9 a.m., and Mondays at noon. Also, don't forget our wonderful sponsor, Sound Solutions in Oxford, Alabama, where they supply professional needs for audio and visual equipment. Visit our friends at Sound Solutions. Thank you for tuning in to Singing Down South. And you can see all the singers that you've seen here on the program June the 28th in Gadsden, Alabama at the church at Wills Creek, Gordon Moat, Gold City, Wilburn and Wilburn, Exodus, and Jay Parrick. Don't miss it. For more information, call 256-459-4769 or log on to jonathanwilburn.com. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, God bless you and your family.
Thank you for listening to Singing Down South with Jonathan Wilburn. More information about your host is available at jonathanwilburn.com. We hope you enjoyed the program today. Please join us again next week for more great Southern gospel music on Singing Down South.